Hello guys, this is Elliot Splash, and in today's video we're going to be talking about what improvements can be made to make Formula 1 2015 a bit more interesting than the past 2-3 games really, because since F1 2010 we haven't had much of an improvement, and I would actually argue that we've had a little bit of a downgrade, to be honest. So let's kick things off, starting off with more intelligent and competitive AI. I mean, come on, how many times have you been blocked with a back marker, or you've got the AI backing out of overtake manoeuvres? It's ridiculous, especially on Formula 1 2014. The AI is so cautious and it is very annoying. Also, still talking about AI, having the AI to run with the same assists as the player to make it fair. Because at the end of the day, if you're running no assists, no traction control, stuff like that, and then it rains, you've got the AI who have got traction control, and you've got no chance against racing against them, so it does make it quite unfair in the rain. Also, a more immersive career mode. Bring back the interviews, live the life. That was really interesting. And now all we have is emails and things like that, which is pretty boring, and it's just in a menu. I loved it when you walked into the garage. It wasn't a garage, it was Loricon, I think, but that was really cool and I wish they'd bring that back. Also, maybe options for parade laps and manual pit stops. I mean, I'm not saying make everyone do them, but maybe put that into the game so the people that want to have the full experience actually can. And for God's sake, remove the pad assist. That has ruined online racing. Also, I'd like to have control of the ERS deployment, in where you deploy the ERS and where you harvest the energy. That'd be nice to have control of. Maybe having a base setting and then you can override that setting. That might be interesting. A new physics system where you can have better damage, more realistic damage. Maybe see suspension rods break, things like that. That'd be quite cool. Remove the R&D, because the R&D is very annoying. I mean, I can't stand it. I've never really used R&D except for when I start doing YouTube. And replace it with that season updates that they told us they were going to do. That's if they keep on including it. And I also want no young driver test, or an option to actually skip the test, a bit like FIFA games where you go into the menu and go, I want a challenge, I'm new to this game, things like that. If somebody selected I'm new to this game, they get the test. Or the returning players who say, I fancy a challenge, you don't have to do this test, because I do find that quite annoying when I make a new profile. I'd say it also improved the graphics, especially in the pit garage, because it's very low quality resolution textures. Also, maybe having the textures farther away, such as Austria with the trees, having them more of a higher texture as well. Now let's talk about multiplayer. First thing on the agenda for multiplayer, fix the lag. I mean, come on, how many times have you been racing and you just see flying cars, or you overtake somebody and then 3 seconds later they're in front of you again? It's ridiculous. Replays on multiplayer races, that is a big thing. I wish we get that, because that'd make multiplayer racing for us YouTubers and people who want to mess around and make videos or watch the races themselves. It'll make it more interesting, because you can have replays on career mode and Grand Prix mode and things like that, but not on multiplayer. Another big talking point is better spectating cameras on the multiplayer, because we've had the same cameras and they're terrible. They're absolutely terrible, and sometimes they don't even work. So maybe having the actual cameras that the player gets to actually have there. Also, more customization on the custom lobbies. Maybe like a league racing kind of setup where you can change every little detail, or maybe actually adding in a setting for league racing and embrace the league racing, a bit like how Call of Duty did the clan thing with Black Ops 2. That'd be quite interesting. Also, maybe an option for dedicated servers, because that would actually fix the lag, which I've put down twice. I've made a little like note list, and I've just noticed I put that down twice. That's to emphasise it, Codemasters, emphasise it. But yeah, an option for dedicated servers, that could be brilliant, especially for league racing as well. Run your league off a dedicated server. That'd actually be really nice, even if Codies don't actually give out dedies for everyone to use. Just say you can rent one and join it up to the game or something. I don't know how technical it is for it actually to work, or if it's possible, but maybe have a look into it. But yeah, that is what I've thought about just a few F1 2015 ideas to improve the game, because Codemasters, the game hasn't really improved. I still play it, I still enjoy Formula 1, but it's not improving and sales are going down. And I think if F1 2015 is a disappointment, I think that that'll be the last Codemasters F1 game that will be made. So it's a make or break time for Codemasters, so hopefully most, if not all, things on this list come in the actual game, but we'll only wait and see until they do a press release, which should be coming at sometime soon, because the games should be out in 2-3 months, so we should hear some news soon. But yeah, that is it for today. If you've got any other ideas for F1 2015, drop them in the comments down below. And yeah, this is me, Elliot Splash, signing out.